And I just wanted to try something different, to see even if I could do something, you know, try the acting thing. And I was really inspired by the script. I really love what the script was saying, and I love the whole relationship between the girls and the bond that they had. So honestly, I was inspired to do it because still to this day, I still have my best friends, 3 best friends, Courtney, Larlin, and Jansen. And that's one of the things that, you know, I think that's inspiring to have that. And I wanted to do the movie because I could kind of relate to it to a certain extent.
So what are the difficult things about making the movie, as you say? I mean, you have to do your first screen kiss, and, you know, there's lots. It's a very emotional film, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. You know, there was a bunch of parts that were really hard for me to do because I couldn't relate to the fact that Lucy, her mother, you know, totally abandoned her. And so I really had to just, you know, go inside Lucy and try to envision what she was going through, you know. But I like the fact, though, that it is really very emotional, and it does deal with real teen issues. So teenagers can see that and feel, you know, like whatever's going on in their world, they'll be like, they're not alone, you know.
How do you think the film's going to do? I mean, people have been talking about the film has already been compared in some senses to Mariah Carey in the sense that you're both singers, you both made films. Now, her film was a big flop. How does that make you feel about yours?
Well, honestly, you know, I knew totally going into this that there's always a chance of failure. But, you know, I'm the type of person, I'm willing to take that risk, you know. And I love Crossroads, and I love the whole story behind it. And it's something that I want to put my heart into, so I was willing to take that risk.
And do you listen to what critics say?
Honestly, no. You know, as long as my fans can go see the movie and be somewhat touched by it, that's what, you know, that's my initiative. Honestly, everything that the critics like, I personally don't like. And everything that they don't like, you know, I hate it. So it's really, you know, I think they're paid to criticize.
Britney Spears was at Heathrow Airport early this morning to fly back home, leaving behind the bad headlines and the controversy over the British premiere of her debut film. It had all started so well. Some fans had been waiting much of the day to meet their idol. When she did arrive, though, it was an hour late, and she quickly went inside. With the boos ringing in her ears, the singer did pop out briefly again, went nowhere near the crowds, and the damage had been done.
Britney mania seemed to be subsiding. Yet she outshone her competitors with her knack for staying at the center of attention and changing her image as often as her outfits.
Je suis désolé. Lo siento. Ich ben drowig. Sono spiacente.
Like, she's been my idol since I was a little girl, so I was a little nervous when I met her. I was really a goob. Oh, so embarrassed. I can't believe, like, normally I'm really cool when I meet people. I know she was like, she is a dork. I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. If I could take that back, I totally would. But no, she had me starstruck.
By 2003, only Madonna, her older Material Girl idol, matched Britney's global fame. The following year, Madonna passed the provocation torch to the young popster, when the two locked lips on a live broadcast of MTV's Video Music Awards show. The stunt was well timed to announce the arrival of her #1 LP, In the Zone, and cemented her evolution from a teen renegade into a provocative young woman.
Honestly think the fact that, you know, I took a year to do it and I just really took my time on each song and really got inside my own head with this album and you know, took my time with it to do it right, and I think that in itself is the growth, and, you know, maybe not personally I've matured, but I know my work has matured.
You've sold over 50 million albums worldwide, which is amazing. How do you keep yourself, like, motivated to carry on?
I love getting on stage and performing in front of, like, fans. Going, and, like, other freaking artists, like, you know, Gwen Stefani and Madonna and Christina Aguilera and Shakira. Like, when you see them perform, it's like, you know, it makes you want to be a better performer, too. It's, like, inspiring, and so I think that's what motivates me.
You've been off, and the paparazzi is still following you. What is that like?
You know, it's a little weird thing. Yeah, it is kind of weird. But you know what? I'm not complaining because it goes along with what I do. But sometimes they do get a little out of hand and stuff, you know, and it is kind of weird. That is their job, and that's what they do for a living. It's kind of bizarre. You didn't know I was an alien? Yeah, one time they said I was an alien, and one time, they say those silliest things.
You're an alien?
Yeah, that I'm an alien, and that, and that I'm into strippers.
Do you ever think that acting would kind of overtake the pop career at all?
You know what, music, I love my music so much, I don't think it'll ever, like, that'll always be my core of really who I am.
Britney's musical intensity was now undeniable, resulting in her first Grammy for the song Toxic in 2004. By now, there were no longer any illusions of Britney's personal life being all wholesome candy floss and kisses. On a Las Vegas weekend in January 2004, she suddenly entered into a bizarre marriage with a childhood friend, Jason Allen Alexander.
And we was looking at each other and we was like, let's go do something wild and crazy and let's go get married just for the, you know, for the hell of it, let's go.
This lasted all of 55 hours before being annulled on vague grounds of incompatibility.
So we went ahead and did the whole thing, and we got back to the room, and we decided that's when we needed to tell everybody what we done did. And then that's when all hell broke loose. We realized that what we did wasn't probably the right thing we should have done, and wasn't the right way to go about it, and that we needed to fix the problem the mistake we had made. So that's where the annulment came in, and we got the annulment.
Within 6 months, Britney announced her engagement to Kevin Federline, a backup dancer for Justin Timberlake, and professionally known as K-Fed.
He's so simple. His simplicity and just, he's like a boy. He just, you know, and he cares. He cares so much, and his heart is awesome. He has a really big heart.
The revelation of her relationship made the tabloids even more ravenous. K-Fed had just split from his wife, who had recently given birth to their second child. A hint, one might say, of things to come. The couple married quietly in September, and soon Britney announced that she would be taking a break to devote herself to the making of a family. 2 weeks after the wedding, Britney severed links with her mother and fired her manager.
What would it take for you to just leave me? Not trying to sound conceive me and you are meant to be. You're a sexy guy, I'm a nice girl. Let's turn this dance floor into our own little nasty world. Boys, sometimes a girl just needs one. You know I need you. Boys.
2005 was no less eventful for Britney. She released Greatest Hits, My Prerogative, in January, but it was the announcement of her pregnancy that really generated the headlines. Sean Preston Federline was born in September, and a bidding war ensued for the first rights to the baby photos. As the media frenzy surrounding Sean's birth continued, Britney released a remix album.
It's kind of interesting to see how we fell in love, got in fights, everything.
On September the 12th, 2006, 2 days before her older son's first birthday, Britney gave birth to her second son, Jaden James. By November, she had filed for divorce. Federline was not living up to expectations. Britney asked for legal custody of her children. Federline, apparently taken by surprise, countersued.
But I'm feeling it all the time.
Britney's fans all over the world are rejoicing today. They really saw Kevin as a liability. They see today as the first day of Britney's comeback.
Life comes at everybody fast. You know, I'll give you an example from me being in Fresno and working at fast food restaurants to quitting my job and moving to LA to become this dancer and going through all the changes of being completely broke in LA and not having anything to you know, where I am today. I mean, it's just been so many different situations. It's every day, day to day, it could change. You know, anything can happen. You know, like I said before, it's my personal life, and that's why they call it my personal life. So I'm not really here to talk about that. I'm focusing on my work, and that's what I think people should really start to focus on about me is my work, because never will I put my family or anybody that I care about in a situation like this ever again.
Oh, baby, baby, I did it again. I played with your heart, got lost in the game. Oh, baby, baby, you think I'm in love, and I'm sent from above. I'm not that innocent.
Hello. Okay, thank you.
I've been here for like 3 days, so.
Have you seen the show yet?
No, tonight's my first night to be able to come and see the show. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see. Very, very excited.
What are the plans while you're here in Italy?
We'll have the fashion show today, and then tomorrow I think we're supposed to go out on a boat and just have a good time. She's let me stay at her home, so it's absolutely beautiful. It's like a dream come true being here right now. So it's very cool.
And how long are you going to be staying?
Not tomorrow, but the next day I leave. So.
And then what's your plans after that?
Do whatever. I think I may go to Los Angeles and record a little bit, but other than that, just hang out.
Young, rock and roll. I can see Britney in many things.
Rock and
But
roll.
I present also the Versace Pret-a-Porter, which is young and more simple, very colorful, very positive attitude towards life.
Is it the sort of stuff that we can expect to see you in?
Definitely, definitely. Hot,
Yes,
short mini
already.
skirts, just so cute. Yeah, definitely.
I'm very honored to have Britney Spears here tonight because she's a woman. She's very multi-talented. She sings, she dances, she's young, she reached a success nobody did before. And the woman on the runway, Britney, she's both.
And what's your reaction to that?
I'm incredibly flattered. You are so sweet.
No.
No, that is so kind of her. She's let me into her home and just, you've been so nice. Thank you so much.
You're so nice to me always.
Well, thank you so much.
As the new millennium wore on, the pop princess turned tabloid queen seemed more famous for her personal than professional life. A pending divorce and no showbiz projects on the horizon, Britney's creative output seemed to be subsiding.
Right back outside, all of you. Get out now. I'll have you all in jail. Get out! Off my property. Get that camera out of here.
2 children under 18 months, the upset of a failed relationship, a custody battle, the milling paparazzi at the door. Hardly a recipe for calm behavior. No wonder Britney's actions were increasingly condemned as erratic and unstable. She was still only 25.
She's gonna give her a Christmas gift for us for who we are. All right, cool. No problem. Go ahead, no problem.
Bye.
Promise we won't lose it.
Go bene, buon
Build your car.
In the 2 years that followed, the once cheerful Mouseketeer seemed out of control.
I've seen her use a substance twice, both at a Los Angeles nightclub. One was at her private table, in which I held up a curtain to make it private for her, and I turned around and observed her using a substance, and the second time was at the same nightclub in a private restroom. The behavior she displayed that night was the same behavior I observed her display around the children, though I've never seen her use any substance around the kids.
Within one drama-filled week, she had 2 tattoos, checked in and out of rehab twice, and shaved off her hair. Like all of Britney's acts, this one hit the headlines.
Britney Spears like you've never seen her before, sporting a shaved head as she dropped into a tattoo parlor in LA last night. A reinvention taken to the extreme for the fallen pop princess. Once famous for her flowing blonde locks and all-American girl image, Britney's life has taken a dramatic turn in recent years. A rehab attempt this week lasted only 1 day. Witnesses at the tattoo parlor have grave concerns for the star.
She seemed very erratic. She was freaking out. She said the reason she shaved her head was she didn't want anyone touching her anymore. She couldn't take how everyone tried to touch her. Just seemed to be in a very bad place. In fact, this person said she seemed like a celebrity on the verge of a nervous breakdown.
Far from a reinvention, Britney's a star who appears to be in deep desperation. Isla Traquair, ITV News.
How you doing, Brittany?
Hey, how are you, Brittany? Hanging out on 7th Street.
Leave Brittany alone! Just leave her alone, damn it! Leave Brittany alone!
Britney now seemed to relish a perverse rebellion against all the expectations that her former Golden Girl image had so carefully fostered. She went wild and partied on the LA night scene. It seemed her lifestyle had become completely toxic. In late September, after she had been charged with a hit-and-run incident, Britney lost custody of her children.
We're not allowed to intervene, especially with Britney. I mean, you cannot tell her to do anything. Those are her kids and it's her life. You know, she's a mom that has some problems right now. You know, I think generally she wants to be a good mom and she treats her kids with love, and the unfortunate part is that other times when she's experiencing her problems and her behavior problems is when it became a concern for me. Her uncontrollable screaming, her nudity, and of course her drug use.
I don't care about them right now. I want to drive my fucking car. Are you gonna fucking get out? Oh my God, would you please fucking get out of the way? Now I'm scared you're gonna drive off without me. Now get out of the passenger seat, get out of the fucking car, get out, get out, get out. Thank you. And you're gonna sit right here. Sit down. Thank you. Drive my fucking car, that's what I gotta do.